Good evening and welcome to round 17 of the PS4 Global Series Tier 2 League. I'm your regular commentator, Matt, and also joined by my regular co-commentator, Kevin Texas. How are you today, good sir?
Yeah, not too bad, mate.
That's the way, very good. We're in just in time to see the cars get out on track for their first qualifying run, so we get the full qualifying experience here today. Sometimes we do miss a little bit. It's usually because of my unorganised ass. But yeah, here we are at Mexico. Third last round of the championship of the season. So we got this one, and then Japan next week, and then of course the finale in Abu Dhabi in 2 weeks' time. So that'll go very quickly, and it'll be another season wrapped up at Spec. So, and that'll actually do us for this game cycle as well for F1 2019. So, yeah, not long left, and I'm not quite sure if there's anything to play for in this championship, having already seen ACW take the title.
Yeah, I think I know there was a battle between Expert and BK for second in the championship, but I'm not 100% certain. I'll have to check the standings.
I might
just
go
to
check
see.
now. I feel a bit ignorant.
Oops. So there's 31 between them from the looks of it, if it's been updated. Yes. So yeah, 31 between them, and Brenner is 36 behind. So there's a lot of small battles throughout the standings as well.
Yeah.
With 3 races to go, it's still a lot to play for, apart from obviously the championship itself, which is wrapped up, as we know.
Yeah, so is the constructors as well. Toro Rosso absolutely bossing it, of course, with those two strong drivers.
Well, second in that, only there's 2 points between them, which is obviously Alfa Romeo and Mercedes. But the Alphas currently lead that. I see that Racer is filling in for Big Donga tonight. And he's gone top. He set his on the mediums early.
Yeah, ACW to the top on soft.
15-0. Straight up.
Not bad. Thank all that. Sorry, I'll just try and find someone on a lap. Stop flicking through.
Breno is just about to start.
We'll go BK for the rest of his lap. Coming into the stadium section, car gets out of the way very well.
Did have the fastest middle sector there by the looks of it as well, so see what kind of lap he puts together here.
Coming around the final corner, goes second, 6 tenths off ACW, so not bad. First lap for little BK. Said he wasn't going to race tonight, but here he is.
Strategy here, I think you can sort of play it both ways. I think it's one of the tracks where it's not too bad with a 1-stop or a 2-stop, from memory.
Yeah. Yep, it is. That's right. Yeah, you can
soft hard and soft off medium.
Soft hard or soft off medium. Yep.
Yeah.
So yeah, it is a soft qualifying. Although most couple of guys, more than a couple actually, out on hards or mediums. So maybe going and looking to do something different to the rest of the pack.
Yeah, maybe that 2-stop, but start on the mediums early on, and then do the 2 soft stints later. But yeah, obviously we'll find out there. Some of them just use that banker lap on those hards, so they have a spare set of softs. But then again, you'd assume you would have taken balanced if that was the case.
Yeah.
Where's Breno? He's come into the pits. He didn't set his lap. So he was on those hards as well. Expert has just started his lap.
Lunacy also on a lap, following at the moment. Oh wait, has he just done a lap?
28-1 first sector for Expert.
Okay, let's go with Expert. That's purple first sector.
There's a Red Bull off to the side there. It was Ken. I think he just pulled... Oh, no, he's got some damage, so he did have a spin there.
Must be Ken, he's the only Red Bull out there. Oh, what's happened to Aussie?
Invalidated.
Oh, he has invalidated that one.
Yeah, Aussie's been missing for a couple of weeks now. I think... I can't remember if he showed up. For... What was it? Tier 2 Pacific. But, yeah, not too many laps set so far, and we're almost at the 11-minute mark. 11 minutes left, obviously. But only the 9 drivers. So we've still got, what's that, 8 cars without a lap now. Still on varying compounds as well. Ken obviously was on the hard. He's coming back towards the pits with that damage. Brenno's gone back out on his hards as well. It's kind of intriguing.
To the carbon. His first run in the Ferrari. Oh, he's had a big moment. Runs very wide on these of the final corner. Still got a 6 fastest, so room for improvement with those couple of mistakes late in the lap. And not bad from him. Reedy, just starting a lap. Getting a tow, I think, from his teammate. Let's ride on board with Reedy. Comes to turn 1. Very cautious through turn 2. Keeps it on track.
So I think I've got a feeling some drivers feel that they're going to be able to do obviously 4 qualifying stints here, because it is a short lap time. Obviously, I see a few that have done a lot of laps so far, but I just saw Expert come back out pretty early on, like straight away.
Williams is invalidated, unfortunately, as we were following.
14.7 for ACW there.
Oof. Quite fast.
Mega. Yeah, he's nearly a second over BK at the moment. Obviously, BK's time is only his first one of the session. He's on his lap now. And I'll just watch his sector times to see how he goes in comparison to his own lap. Slightly down, but pretty much on par with it. And he should have a clear run for the rest of this lap here. So he'll be looking to improve on his previous lap.
The Expert crosses the line for his second go. Invalidated the first one. He might ride on board with a Mercedes.
Yeah, followed by Dermy, who's done 5 laps already on those softs. So obviously just trying to save a bit of tyres and just maybe get a little bit of race pace in here, more than anything, which does look like it. I'm looking at his ERS, and he's only running about 2 or 3 ERS, so... And BK came into the pits at the end of that one as well, so...
Clean so far for Expert, revving very high through the S's.
Safely navigates it all this time. No invalidation there.
I should have gone purple second. I'm not sure if that's the common glitch.
He is running really high rev, so obviously making those gears do all the work here. And he's going to come around the last corner. This won't be too bad. 15-0. That puts him in.
Okay, we might have a contender here for ACW.
Yeah, and another thing here, obviously, we know how how the grid works at tracks like Mexico and for that, same as that, Russia.
Yep.
So obviously being on that front row isn't quite as important at tracks like this because it's such a long run to that first corner. And yeah, obviously the toe starts to come in before the first corner, and so obviously that third and fourth spot can be very tempting. So obviously not out of it on pace. And obviously you get track position in tracks like this as well. And yeah, obviously it puts you in a battle, and I guess you just see how you go from there. But all the drivers except for Reedy here have posted a lap of some sort. He is on his out lap. I think he's just about to start it now, coming through the final corner. No, he's gone back into the pits again.
Okay.
So anyone on a lap?
Yeah, we're just following Blocky. I just realised that our good mate the Smeg is missing tonight. I wonder where he is.
Yeah, that's true. Because he's usually in the... Is he in the Mercedes?
I thought he was meant to be in the Red Bull tonight, actually. He has been reserved.
Oh, no, he's been running as reserve, hey. That's right.
Let me just see if he's said anything. He might join up later.
Tango wasn't on a bad lap, but I think he's going to board it here. He got held up a little bit, so that'll frustrate him. Unfortunately held up behind James there. But... oh. Better do that.
Lucky's still going. Oh, is he? No, he's not. He went fifth fastest, 15.7. So that leaves Reedy as the only driver yet to set a time. 5 minutes left, so I guess it's about now. That drivers
and
in the pits
we've only got
the last run.
We got a few drivers that have like got the mediums fitted. Breno's the only one that's set his best time on the hards, and Alex has set his best time on the mediums. Everyone else is on the softs. So, which is what we assume, and obviously the best way to do things here, because most strategies should start on the soft, so there's no point losing time in qualifying and starting on a different tyre. So...
Reedy is on the out lap.
Yep. Yeah, most of the guys back in the pit. We've got Reedy, obviously, coming through that back
on the lap, so I might follow him. The Renault. It's coming through just into the S's now.
Debbie Carbon improves but doesn't move up. I'm interested to see. I reckon Dermy is another guy to watch here. He's been...
yeah. I think
he's been running just consistent laps on those tyres. He's out on the mediums right now, so we might see him actually pull into the pit here. But yeah, he's just doing a lot of low ERS stuff, so... I think he's going to pull into the pits. How's the apprentice's lap looking?
He finished it. It was 18.0, I believe.
Ooh,
I think he's trying to do another one on his set.
He's going to run out of ERS, unfortunately.
Yeah. He has been running in overtake. But so Reed is starting one now.
Dermy just set his, but he must have been validated somewhere because he did a 16.5 on the mediums, but unfortunately hasn't got that lap counted. I'm starting to get a little bit of a tangle of cars as well. And unfortunately, I feel for most of those drivers that are around the end of the first sector now, I don't think they're going to be able to come back into the pits and make it around on a different set of tyres. So either the laps that they're on or the tyres that they're on will be the ones they'll use for that last stint.
Yeah. Reedy's had the fastest first sector here. Let's see if he can keep it going. It's very nice lap so far.
Oh, he's gotten a little bit loose there, but still going. 56.3 is not too bad. I've got a feeling that Expert did a 56.0 or a 55.9, so he's not too far off the pace of that.
It should be a top 10 lap.
Could put him in top 10. He's got to keep it tidy through here. Yeah, I think this is actually going to be not a bad lap here from Reedy.
Derated a little bit.
Sixth
position. Very nice. 15.8. Yeah, he's on it. He absolutely nailed the first 3 corners. I was watching him.
Yeah.
He hit every curb perfectly.
And that's it. Oh, this is going to be close. Both the racing points, they should be alright. And they got a lot of track position as well, so they don't have to let anyone through. But they've both just coming through the first corner now, so...
On laps? Okay.
Nah, they've both just come out of the pits.
Oh, the pits. Yeah. Yeah, they were driving a bit harder than usual. BK's tired. Won't get around. So maybe saving a set for the race.
Yeah, obviously, I don't think he was going to get a lap as such in. So we've got a few drivers here. Race has just started his lap. We've got ACW and Expert just up ahead of him, I think.
Yeah, Expert's just gone through turn 1, turn 2. All very nice through there. Very not lovely. This should be fastest first sector.
Can he get a nice little toe here as well?
He does. He gets a free toe.
That's a very good first sector. That's half a second up.
That's huge.
Yeah.
Run. Oh, I don't believe it's not invalidated. Oh, it is invalidated. He ran wide. He'd be spewing.
Is it invalidated on yours?
Yes, 100%.
Okay, it's not on mine, but yeah. Yeah, that's a real shame there.
It looks like he's still pushing though. Maybe he's trying to see what he could have done. But yeah, it's invalidated. It definitely ran wide.
55.6, so lost a little bit there in the middle sector as well. And ACW's time 55.2, so he would still be down on that. So it's not going to affect him too much. Alex has gone up into P4 as well there, which I have missed unfortunately. Another good lap here. Race is going to go top 2, I reckon. I think he's going to start on the front row. He's got to keep it clean through this last little bit.
He's invalidated as well. Race is invalidated.
He has.
Yeah. He would have. He would have.
14.9.
14.9, which would have been P2, but ACW 14.3, if you don't mind. The champ.
Yeah, very impressive. Now we've got those 2 racing points on laps as well. Tango slightly down on his. Unfortunately, he did get held up. Someone did spin. Someone spun as well in front of him. And then the race is on a lap, though. I don't know if his is invalidated. On my screen, it's not. Oh, he's gone very wide there.
No, that's okay. Still going. He's invalidated.
That's going to be invalidated.
We cursed him. Oh.
And that's going to wrap things up because, unfortunately, James was the one that had a spin and he's just doing a burnout to end the session off, I guess. But, yeah, I think a lot of people, unfortunately, is kind of a little bit of a technical track in that middle sector, especially.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Most people just James things.
Just James things.
But yeah, so I think a lot of people that did have a bit more pace might be out of position here, not by too much, but yeah, it'll be interesting to see how this one sorts itself out. And obviously, penalties are a big play in this. We know how little penalties ACW picks up in races as well. So those that are going to be trying to fight him and take away the win from him are going to need a... Oh, this is going to be fun to commentate with. I've got the XP noise in the background.
Oh, no way. Is it stuck on?
I think so.
Okay. Alright. If any of the drivers are listening, could you please send Kervin Texas another invite so he can join back without that noise? He can't do that.
Actually,
yeah.
No. I was going to say I can turn the thing down, but I can't because then I won't be able to hear the engines and stuff, I don't think.
Well, look, if you've still got it when we load into this session. If
I mean, know.
Yeah. If you get an invite from someone, then yeah, just leave and come back, I guess. The Smeg has loaded in.
Oh, very nice. That's good.
That is good news. I want to go in. Thanks everyone for joining the stream. 15 people watching. Not too shabby. Give us some predictions in the chat about this one. Very dominant display in qualifying yet again from the Crowns champion ACW 132. Can anyone give him a hard time today? Banana Cake doesn't think so. Thinks it will be a ACW win. Christoph predicts PK will be P1 by the end of Sector 1. Interesting prediction. We're on predictions for probably the podium, actually, guys. So
the cars that disappeared for me.
Yeah, they were just appearing for me as well. It's all good. Smeg is in the McLaren. I'm sure he won't mind that. Didn't have a McLaren on the grid before that, so that's kind of good.
I will be back in the session.
You got an invite?
Yeah.
Beautiful. You're obviously still in the party though, remember that?
Yep.
Cool, so debut Fireglass, ACW never lose. Well, he has lost. They've had 2 wins by Breno and 2 wins by Expert this season, so he's not unbeatable. I'll just go through your grid order. So we get ACW on pole, obviously. Expert, P2 on the championship, P2 on the grid. BK, P3 in the championship, P3 on the grid. Alex, reserve driver for Mercedes today. P4 racer, also reserve driver filling in for Big Donga. P5, Blocky Rex in the Ferrari. P6, Insulator. P7 and Reedy. Good showing from the Huss boys to fill out to the 4th row of the grid. And then we got Tango, P9, Ken, P10, and then everyone else gets their free tyre choice, of course, starting with Lunacy, Dan the Racer, Breno, bit out of position, it must be said, Breno. Usually a front runner in this Tier 2 league. Debut Carbon, looks like he's opted for the softs. Dermy on debut, P15. James Cruz, P16, the apprentice. In P17, and the Smeg joined for the race, which is great to see as we get ready for the start of the Mexican Grand Prix here. Don't need that telemetry. I might go position change. Alright, I think the lights will be coming on shortly. Got a good view here. 5 red lights for the drivers. We've got 3, but it's lights out at Mexico. Round 17 of the PS4 Global Series Tier 2, and ACW's got a cracking start. There's a little bit of lag. Oh, so Mercedes, there was a bit of contact between... and there's that down the inside of Expert. Expert for the lead of the Grand Prix.
And he's held onto it as well.
He has done very well. Is there any drama back in the pack? A little bit of scuffling. Oh, everyone's got through cleaners. Just to say that Lunacy's in the wall. So Lunacy got a little bit of helping hand going to the wall. There's more yellow flags.
Expert's wide as well there. Still hanging on at the front.
Reedy's up on this later.
Unfortunately, obviously Lunacy's dropped back. Ken's also dropped back 4 spots. Ken's dropped
a bit, yeah. All right,
and Racer as well.
Yeah, so a little bit of drama. Mexico is one of those tracks, very long run down to turn 1. So Racer with already a penalty on the first lap. That's crazy. So he needs to keep those in check. Try not to get a second one. But Expert does lead from ACW. Blocky. Someone's dropping. It's Alex. Something's happened to Alex, and he's dropped from P4 all the way back
He's gone straight into the pits as well there.
Straight into the pits, so something's happened to him. ACW into turn 1 on Expert around the outside. It lets him have it. We'll get a go again on this second straight. Ooh, no DRS yet, of course. That will come on lap 3, end of lap 3.
So front 3 sort of slightly pulled away here, obviously with all the chaos that's going on behind. We've got 2 cars in the pits. Lunacy also in after that contact early on.
Yeah,
so
it was a heavy shunt into the wall. He did well to not actually retire from the Grand Prix. It was that heavy contact, even on reduced damage. So, yeah, good to see everyone's still in the race. Ready with a penalty. Very easy to pick up penalties around here, of course. You can run wide, you can cut corners. The S's especially very, very challenging to get right every lap and not track extend there. So especially when you got aging tyres. So to not pick up a penalty at Mexico is a very good achievement in a 50% race. So big lose off the start, definitely Alex and Lunacy, of course, can also drop 4 positions, as you said. No one else up a heap of positions. The Apprentice actually up the most of 4 positions. And just as I say that, he gets overtaken by Ken.
Yeah. So we got a few up 3, obviously, with everything that's sort of happened. Unfortunately, something happened to Smeg as well there. He was up into 14th and he's dropped back to 16th now.
Yeah.
And a little bit behind. But what do we got in terms of tyres?
Yeah,
Dan the Racer on the hards, Breno on the hards, Dermy on the mediums, James Cruz on the hards, and then the 2 that pitted onto the mediums. So,
yeah.
Debbie Carbon.
Dropping. Debbie Carbon is dropping. What's he done? He's had a little moment. Damage, yes. Damage right side. No end plate there on the wing, so that's an early pit stop for the Ferrari. Very difficult to keep on going with that level of.
Now, what are we going to see here? Both have got obviously a lot of errs to use here. I'd say, especially Expert, would have tried to save up there as much as possible. Yep, which is fair enough. It's exactly what you expect here.
Yeah.
ACW is going to look for a double up here and a nice run out of. Oh, he's just lost the rear a little bit there, so his drive's not quite as good as what he would have hoped. Still tries to go to the outside, and these guys are making a break as well. So Racer has just made a move on Blocky as well for P4.
Side, actually. Yeah, he's made it stick, but they were side by side for a bit. Yeah, Expert doing a nice job holding off ACW.
Yeah, that's it. Someone has to. So this is good. We want to see a battle here. Obviously, we've seen a few good things. Obviously, last week, I'm pretty certain it was last week, it was France, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yep.
That safety car. Oh, bit of a moment there for Expert. Unfortunately, he's just gone in too hot and he's lost the rear. I don't know if he got any contact or not. I don't think so. But he locked the rears. Oh, he's all over the place here. His tyre temps might be up a bit. I expect him to probably drop this position now with DRS and being so close early on. So there you go, ACW to the inside, and he's probably just going. Oh, he's looking for it. He's gone for the move as well. Little bit of contact there, but Expert really trying to keep this one going, this battle. Obviously, one star hold the lead and not drop off the back. They're side by side again.
Oh.
ACW, he's going to have the inside line for here, which is very nice. They're still hanging at Expert, doing a cracking job there. And ACW as well, giving him room. I've seen some people get pushed off through that bit there, but definitely enough room for him to work. So, one thing I want to point out, most of the time I think we usually see Dan the Racer start on the softer compound, but he does like the hards eventually at some point in the race. So starting with those hards, maybe he feels like a safety car might come out somewhere around mid-race, and that'll put him on the better strategy. Now, with these two scrapping, BK is slowly closing the gap. He's not quite in DRS, unfortunately, but it's 1.4 seconds, and Race is coming with him. Not going to see a move into turn one this time from Expert, just too far behind, but he's going to want to hang this one.
Yep.
And get a nice line.
Better off staying behind, maybe charging his battery up a little bit before going on the offensive again. But he's already in overtake, so he's no more.
He wants to send it, and he's gone, but he's not going to make it.
Cool.
Unfortunately, he's definitely going to pick up a warning for that one. I think he might have got one earlier in that first sector as well, through that first chicane. He was trying to get a nice line there for a drive, and so, like we said, you don't want to be picking up penalties at any time in this, because it is a track where, I don't know, that was just on me. I saw a little bit of lag, but yeah, you don't want to be picking up too many penalties, because you do see a fair few amount of safety cars at this track as well. So obviously the more penalties you have when that bunches to fill it up, it's just going to set you back a bit. Expert obviously racing for pride here and wants to win this one as well. He's got his main championship threat behind him in BK. Obviously they have their little battle there, but yeah, he's just going to want to...
Racer in DRS, it looked like anyway. Was he using it? No, sorry, he didn't have DRS, but he's in range.
Yeah, he's pulled in about 3/10 there from his range of what he needed. Expert using all the track limits. Still hasn't picked up a penalty yet though, so... But he's hanging with him. Now, what's ACW, I'm sure he's got 40%. Expert's got half of that. He's on 21, 22. So Expert probably try and run zero for as much of this lap as possible, just so he's got a chance to fight it out.
So just right on board with this little battle between...
Ooh, bit of a moment there from ACW as well. So this is going to give Expert a nice run here. He's really on the back of him.
Let's see, that's right on board with Expert.
He's running zero. They're both running zero down the straight, and it's actually going to work in Expert's favour here.
Yep.
I feel like ACW thought that Expert was going to use it and come past him anyway, but so that's played into Expert's hands. He's going to have that extra ERS here to defend down the second straight with DRS as well on his side. Yeah. Both still running zero. So a bit of mind games. Race has gotten past BK as well. So yeah, obviously this has been for Expert, this has been a good lap so far. He hasn't had to use any ERS, and he's already up over 50% again, and he's made the move. The only downside to that is that ACW hasn't used any, and he's nearly back up to full. So expect attacks soon. Now, is Expert trying to use a bit of it? No, he's not, but he's made ACW turn up the heat there to stay with him. We've got a yellow, but I don't see any car around. Might have been Debbie Carbon at the back. Oh, okay. Interesting tactics. I think that might be on Expert's side there. He's run it deep on purpose from what I've seen. Yeah. And into the pits. There you go. Oh
no!
ACW, that's on his own.
What the hell happened then? ACW. Oh, he's not out of the Grand Prix. He's still in.
Wow.
That's unbelievable.
Madness.
That was madness.
And from what I didn't see any contact either, so what I saw, I thought Expert was coming in too hot because he was so much faster than ACW into the pits there. But I think ACW had just come in and sort of locked it up and he just couldn't straighten it. But he has gone onto the hards, whereas Expert has gone the opposite strategy and onto the medium. So one stop versus two stop here. And now they are spread a little bit as well. So we've got a really good battle on our hands here. We know ACW's got the pace, and he's only going for the one stop as well. And I think that one's going to play on him a little bit there. So he won't know what tyres. Oh, he actually might, just because of the pit lane. But he won't really be able to tell the gap to Expert apart from the track map here. So yeah, there's a decent sized gap now. Expert's already through all the back S's. So
of course the issue with pitting early is well, that incident from ACW's perspective is putting in this train of hard runners that started on the hard tyre.
They've jumped on him.
They've jumped on the hard tyre, yeah. So he's lost out.
That's even worse because they're going to have
they're still positioned
pace as such. But yeah, the hards that are up the front, we've got Breno on the hards, we've got Dermy on the mediums, and Dan on the hards as well at the front. Ken just behind him on the softs, who stayed out another lap. But a few cars in now, and something must have happened to BK as well, because he was only about 4 seconds behind Expert, and so maybe he might have had to change his wing as well, because he was only a little bit behind Expert, and he's still about 4 seconds behind ACW, actually even more than that. That looked like either a braking board getting hit, from what I was seeing.
Very long train of cars.
Effectively here, so from the cars that appear, Expert's got the lead. Racer is 7 and a bit seconds behind him. So that's a comfortable margin. Then we got Blocky third provisionally. There's a car in between Apprentice, who's pitted onto the softs. Tango, Installator, then ACW. That's wide from
Installator.
Yeah.
Got pushed wide, I think.
Yeah, that would have been a move from ACW then. I didn't quite see it. Unfortunately, this is all scrambled up here through the last corner. They've all bunched up, and ACW is probably going to get a good drive on Tango here, who's been unfortunate there. He has got DRS to defend here. What kind of ERS is he going to use? He's not really fighting it too much. Oh, it's close. Oh, and he stuck a nose in there. That's going to give him a good run here if he doesn't run into the back of ACW. And they'll both once again have DRS down this one, so...
Insulator and Apprentice going side by side. Insulator gets the job done. Apprentice still on soft tyres.
So Expert's jumped Dan the Racer there as well. So let's just have a look at what gap we've got in between Expert and ACW. It's 13 seconds. And Expert's almost at the front of all this. He's still got 1.6 second gap. ACW's got 2.4, so both in clean air as such. And I'd say we might... Medium should be able to do about 15 or 16 laps, I think. Maybe a little bit more than that. Expert, yeah, that's it. And I'd say he might get held up in the middle sector here. He's going to want to look for a move on Dermy as soon as possible. But he won't have DRS down this second DRS section because... So Apprentice is in now.
James. I don't mind Breno's strategy, starting on the hards, and he's out front.
Same with Dan as well. Dan's about 5 seconds off Breno, a little bit more than that. Probably hasn't got the same amount of pace as Breno, but still a nice strategy. And obviously, if we do see a safety car, it'll put him straight in the limelight of what they need to do. But the only issue is, because they are starting on the hards, it'll actually probably work into Dermy's favour more than anyone if he does stay out long enough and there is a safety car. Yeah. I'll just double check some of the warnings. Obviously, okay, Expert's made a move there as well. He's not going to get DRS as well. Oh, is that contact? Okay, that's sort of affected him. So 2 warnings for Expert, which I believe we did witness both of them. Are they exceeding track limit warnings, both of them? Yes, they are. So there's that, and then we've got ACW with 1 warning on the second lap. I think that might actually be... it's an exceeding track limits as well. So both of them, not a penalty, but 2 warnings for Expert, 1 for ACW. Issue is for ACW, he is running with people who still have pace. Like, Racer's got pace, which we kind of saw, unfortunately, invalidated his qualifying lap. But that won't be an easy move for ACW once he catches up there. And they're running the same strategy as well. And so ACW's past Blocky, but yeah, he's still sort of hanging with him there. So it'll be interesting to see what they can do. Expert's going to have a nice run here. He's going to be right on the back of Breno, and he's going to have his DRS. And I don't think Breno's going to really fight it, unless he's trying to help his teammate. But yeah, you just never know. He's trying to defend and block a little bit here. Expert ducks back to the inside, and he's going to get that move done. Really nice move there from Expert. Leaving it late. And he'll be able to hang on to this one now. So what's Expert's strategy?
Expert's flashing the DRS behind. I've never seen someone do that before. Like waving.
Yeah, just a bit of see ya. Yeah, obviously didn't need it to really help him out there along that one. So
yeah. Oh,
yellow flag, sector 2, sector 3. That's James again. Hopefully it's not in the way of Expert here.
Oh gosh, he's in the wall at the moment. Expert.
Okay, Expert's made it past.
Yeah. What? Come on, JC, get us together. There we go. He has retired on track, which, yeah. Oh, it's a safety car.
And that's a safety car as well.
Dear.
That's,
oh no.
For Dermy, that's good. That's really ruined Expert's race, though, now.
Yeah,
he's not going to be able to go to the end on those mediums, and he's going to get held up here, so he's not going to be able to make his pit stop. Now, the big things that it has done, Breno being able to pit, Dermy being able to pit, ACW obviously catching up, Racer catching up. Damn, the Racer stayed out.
Extra stayed out.
The only issue for...
Yeah, it's definitely hurts Expert. Although he can go on the softs at the end of the race as well. Oh yeah, the lead he had, he really needed it for his 2-stop stint to work, or strategy rather to work. So Lunacy, Carbon and Smeagol in, I probably would box and put fresh mediums on if I needed to.
Yeah, I think if you're in a position which is going to obviously warrant you not losing out too much, like so 21 laps on the mediums, probably still a stretch. Yeah, so Breno obviously on those mediums. Actually, yeah, they're going to be on the safety car for another lap at least here, so it'll be interesting to see.
Yeah, Expert can't pit now because he's lost all the time advantage he had, so he'd be right at the back if he pitted, which he doesn't want to be. So, yeah.
Yeah, so Expert,
he'll just have to put the hammer down and try and get to lap 24, 25, and then put softs on.
Yeah, well, his thing here is there's 2 things that can go his way. One, he's got Dan the Racer behind him who hasn't pitted yet, and he's looking to stretch those hards as long as possible.
Yep, he'll be pitting on to
rather than
well.
pit. So he'll be slowing the cars behind him. Obviously, there is a chance that they're not going to have DRS, so that makes it harder for Racer and ACW to get past before the tight and twisty middle sector. But also Racer and ACW are going to be racing now. So yeah, I think it'll be pretty interesting.
I wonder if this is going to be a safety car in this lap. It's only been 2 laps.
So I think that incident, obviously coming into the pits there for ACW,
yeah, that's
at least
neutralised. Yeah,
that clarifies one thing for us as well. At least we know that he's using no ABS, which he said he wasn't going to. So that's really proven that theory, because I did see it lock up, which caused it. So, but yeah, look, it does make for a good race, ACW. So we appreciate it either way.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure it was, in these circumstances, it really helped the race. If Expert had pitted for the hards, it probably would have been a bit different, but we get back underway here, and Expert's gone sort of early. Oh, he's had a little bit of a twitch there, but Blocky Rex here. I'm going to watch this. I know it's not going to be obviously no DRS, but he might make a move here on ACW into this first corner.
Yep. No, he's not going to be able to. Oh, getting a bit of rubber banding. No, not close enough.
And this is Expert's really done well here, which we expected
Yeah,
early on. Yep. Racer trying to use his line as much as possible as well there behind Dan. He's going to look for a dive. Oh, and this is going to get dicey. This is exactly what Expert needed. Racer's got extra grip there, and he's going to get past. So
it's for P2.
Yep. And what's Dan going to do here in terms with ACW? He's gone back in front of him, so this is going to hurt ACW. He's going to lose DRS on Racer.
Yeah, possibly.
Oh, Racer very wide there. He's gone onto the thing.
Wide. Racer does have that penalty, of course. So,
yeah, true.
ACW might look down. No, he doesn't. Not into a stadium section.
I was going to say he won't want to, but then he's still going to have DRS either way. Does it come back this lap after a safety car? I can't even remember.
Next lap, I'm pretty sure.
But yeah, so they're all scrapping a little bit here. It's still very bunched up. Unfortunately, BK's really struggled. Something's gone on with him because he's still down in 11th spot there.
Yeah, we didn't catch what happened, but ACW goes past Dan on those old tyres. So now ACW sets his sights on Racer. I don't know if anyone else is battling through. It's kind of called Racer with another penalty. That's 6 seconds for him.
That helps Expert.
Ooh, can down the inside of Debbie Carbon. Very nice move. And that's allowed Lunacy as well to go side by side. Well, dropped in now, but
yeah, he might. Yeah, unfortunately, he hasn't got quite the run that he had. But that'll all change with DRS soon. So 3.7 seconds is the gap at the front. Obviously, we know Racer's got 6 seconds worth of penalties. So the real danger to Expert is ACW, but what can Racer do to help him out?
We've got the awful the revving sound glitch for Expert's car.
Oh, really? Have I got it as well?
Yeah.
Mine's alright now. So
DRS enabled now, and ACW right on the back of Racer. This is going to be an easy overtake.
Yeah, Racer's not even bothering with hers or anything. I think you can kind of justify that as soon as you're coming through the last corner. If they're within like 4/10 or so, then you're going to get done no matter how hard you try and defend that with hers when there's DRS. So actually, there wasn't any DRS that lap. Duh. Comes back next lap, sorry.
No, he did have DRS.
Did he?
Yeah. Yep.
None of the cars are using DRS down that second DRS section.
Okay.
So 4.3 seconds is the gap. Race is going to look to try and stick it with the ACW, but Dan's dropped back to 6th now. Only issue with that is he's going to start losing time with this strategy now.
He definitely should have hit it on the safety car.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but obviously, I can't remember if Tango pitted under the safety car or no. He pitted earlier.
Dan's the only one who hasn't made a stop now. Yeah.
Yep, and he's just picked up a penalty there as well. So, will we see him? He's still not come in yet. Maybe it's just going to help Tango out a little bit here. Because we know Breno on those fresher mediums than anyone else. Dermy and Breno, both ones to watch there. 7th and 8th. Oh, okay. Had moves. Tango up the inside of Blocky and Breno up the inside of Dan. Breno's going to have a nice run here as well. He might have a chance at Blocky because he's not going to have DRS, I don't think. No, Blocky trying to just hold it. Everything stays the same there, but Dermy's just lost a position to Installator. That's only because he's run deep. They're side by side still.
Nice move, Installator.
Yeah, considering the wear on the tyres in comparison to each other, that's a pretty good move. And important, I suppose, important that Dermy didn't want to lose the position there, but he did end up losing it. So that's going to really hurt him. He's got BK all over the back room. We know BK's got pace as well, so always trying to stick one up the inside there. Racer still in DRS, but he hasn't got much ERS, unfortunately. So I think he's used a lot of it then to try and hang on to ACW. Now, here's something else I want to put out there. ACW is faster than Expert at the moment on those hards. Obviously, both done 12 laps. Those mediums will sort of nearly be coming to the end of their stint in probably the next 6 laps or so. I think that's probably the maximum you'd try and run them. With that safety car, obviously, they would have extended a lap or two. So, if he wants to go onto the softs, he's going to need to go till at least lap 26. But if he wants to just chuck another set of mediums on, then who knows. But his issue is he's only got probably one other driver that's going to pit with him here, and that's Dan the Racer, and Reedy, I suppose, in P11. Everyone else is going to try and keep pushing because they've got the hards and they'll go to the end of the race. So
Brando should go to the end on those mediums as well, possibly. He's close. He may feel like he will be quicker on softs at the end, I'm not sure.
Yeah, definitely.
ACW and Expert, gap's kind of steady, but
it is. It's
to make the strategy work, Expert really needs to push hard.
That's it.
Racist.
Because unfortunately, it's going to end up as a.
Dan's getting swallowed up by the field. Unfortunately, having not pitted, he's just those old hards who started the race.
Dermy's gotten past him and Installator, so back up into 7th now for Dermy.
Yeah, and Installator's looking down the inside here. Doesn't quite get it done. There was a little bit of contact in the corner before. But Dan's dropped quite a bit. Of course, he had to make his pit stop as well, so when he does that, he'll drop well out of the top 10. Yellow flag sector 2, that could be W Carbon, yes. Something happened to him. Expert is actually extending the gap slightly. A couple of tenths a lap at the moment, I would say.
Yeah, so maybe a bit of ERS saving for Expert earlier. But they're kind of about the same sort of, there's 10% difference between them in ERS. W Carbon picks up a 5-second penalty for speeding in pit lane. That's unfortunate for him.
Thrown out with penalties too.
But yeah, you got to feel for Expert. That safety car has thrown his strategy away, and he had nothing he could do about it. He either pitted under safety car and he came out in midfield, or he stretches it and then pits onto a thing. So
with a penalty. It's a very, very rare sight.
Well,
Yellow flag, someone's dropped him.
Yeah, I was going to say there's an incident there. I can see a bunch of them. Reedy and I think Alex made contact. Pretty certain Lunacy and Smeg snuck past both of them.
Yeah,
so.
Yep.
Gap sort of still around the same 4.6.
So BK got Dan. So Dan drops another position. I can P9 now.
Dan's issue is he's in a position where he doesn't want to pit now, and ideally he shouldn't pit.
Probably like another couple of laps, and then go on the box. He's got DRS now. You don't want to pit when you got DRS. Really.
Yeah, that's it. That's exactly it. If you can, and obviously there is a gap behind here, so he's not going to have to battle anyone as such because surely Installator. Oh, he didn't get the move done actually. Dan the Racer's gone in there and he's held that position. Maybe Installator looking for a move here instead, but the gap is still probably going to be too much for him. So Dan the Racer's going to hold on to ninth for another lap here.
Yeah, there's not really an overtaking opportunity once you get to that turn 4 until you get back around to do another lap. Very difficult to make a move stick elsewhere.
Yeah, we've got a podium battle on.
We do.
Obviously, we don't know where Expert is going to end up in all of this when he does pit because, unfortunately, he is going to have to. But Tango 5 seconds behind Racer. He has 1 penalty, so Racer still holds the advantage there. Blocky doesn't have a penalty, and he's 6.3 behind Racer, so that's pretty close. And then we've got Bruno. He does have a penalty as well, I believe. But he's on the mediums and he's going quicker. He's just made a move on Blocky there as well.
Yeah. Yeah, he should be able to stretch them to the end. But we'll have to wait and see. They might die. I'm not quite sure how long the mediums last here. Expert, 3 second time penalty.
Yeah, that was bound to happen. He's been on 2 warnings for a little while, so he still held that for a good 19 laps from his last warning. But that's the only thing. When you're running two warnings through this one, it's kind of hard to Blocky's just picked up a penalty there, and I think someone else just before him got one, so I'll just double check who that was. But I saw a name flick up and then it went to Blocky's name instead. BK.
Oh, yep.
Yep. Yeah, BK was the other one that got the penalty there. But yeah, like you said, it's come down about half a second now. Expert will be at the end of his tyre life there on those mediums. So
yeah, I think he'll be probably looking to put this lap actually.
Yeah, he's unfortunately going to come out about 10th spot here, and that's in a group as well. So he'll have a lot of pace.
Yeah, he'll have all the grip. He'll be quickest.
But yeah, unfortunately for him, the issue is that those hard runners did get an extra 2 laps out of their tyres or so with that safety car. So yeah, it's just unfortunately been a bit of bad luck there for Expert today. Drove really well, and he was obviously leading outright. Obviously, he still is leading outright, but he was leading outright.
Yeah.
And it would have been interesting to see what he could do with that 2-stop strategy.
Yeah, absolutely. I think he would have been still top 2.
Yeah, definitely.
If he hasn't actually pitted, he's gone for another lap.
Maybe he's just trying to stretch it out in case there is a safety car or something, because That's another thing that, because obviously if there is a safety car, all of them will come in.
Have to.
And switch on to a softs because you're just going to get swatted up if you don't. Dan the Racer finally makes his pit stop, and now a safety car would really hurt him.
Yeah, big time.
That'd be some bad luck there. But yeah, so there's a gap now. There's a decent sized gap. I think it's about like 11 seconds. What are we at? No, it's up to 14.2 now from expert to P4. So he's just got another 3 second time. So he's pushing hard. Yeah, look at that gap. It's back up another half a second there. So that's why that gap from expert to Tango has gone up a lot since I last checked. So, big moment for Racer there. Wow, he's lucky to get away with that. He lost it coming through the last Esters and was about like a metre away from the wall. So it's pretty scary. Expert in now. So he's pushed to then make his stop now. He's gone onto the softs. He will probably be looking for a safety car within his next lap or two.
Yeah, that would be really good for him.
He's going to come out probably just in front of Meg, or is it Installator? It's Installator, sorry. I was looking at the wrong thing. So drops in behind BK here and these two obviously fighting for a bit of championship here, and we've seen some
you can see how much more grip
I know, and that's it, and that's the only issue when you've got so much grip, especially against a hard runner. It hurts in the braking zones when you're following.
To get past you too.
He'll send that down pretty easy. Issue is here, this middle sector is going to hurt him.
Yeah, he's going to catch
every time he gets held up.
Very quickly.
See, it would be interesting to see what Dermy can do. Obviously, 6 lap younger tyres or 5 lap younger tyres on most drivers. 6 lap younger than a few on those hards. So they won't. Your hards won't really hit the cliff as such, but they will, have extra grip. They'll feel a bit more normal. Yeah, Expert, I think you're best off staying behind there. Get that DRS no matter what.
It's going to get him before the finish line.
He is. He's forcing the issue there, and he's made the move. So he'll open his DRS now. I think he's just...
Okay. That was dicey.
Dermy wants to fight back as well, so... But this will be interesting. Gap's 15.4 seconds to ACW. It's about 9 seconds to Racer. They both got the same amount of penalties. Dan the Racer actually sets the fastest lap. Obviously, that's because Expert hasn't done a lap yet, technically.
Expert might not get to set a fast lap too because he's already on the back of Blocky. So the best of his tyres was kind of ruined, to be honest.
This is actually not that bad. There's yellow in sector 3. I think that's surely for W Carbon. Something happened in the pit lane. He's sped into the pits again. Unfortunately, that's the second time.
Blocky has not left space on the inside there. That could have been a lot worse for Expert.
That's the issue there for Expert was he was up a second within that lap already on ACW. This is just going to hurt him, obviously, getting stuck behind people.
No! He's keep blocking. I think that was lag. I think there was a lag bubble there.
I thought there was a bit of lag there, but the other thing that I saw as well, obviously there's no damage to Expert's car from that.
Jamie's got a run on him though.
Blocky just didn't get straight on the power, like coming out of the corner, so whether he was a bit tentative, whether he felt like Expert ran into him earlier and he just wanted to play it like that, but Expert's got to do it all over again now, and he's 16.3 behind. Now the podium battle is interesting. Like I said before, we've got Tango and Breno both with a penalty. They are less than, I think it's about nearly 5 seconds back to Breno from Racer, and it's 5.3. So what am I talking about? It's 6 seconds. 6 seconds back to Breno, 5.5 back to Tango. And Tango has just picked up his penalty there, so he's on 6 seconds now.
Here we go, Expert versus Dermy.
Yeah,
Part
watching
2.
this.
Expert's just so much more grip. Oh, and
Yeah,
Dermot! Sorry,
Blocky's.
Blocky
Yeah.
hit him again.
He's going to get DRS again, so this will be... Expert's not going to be happy with that.
One of them is lagging, I'm not sure which one. I think it's Blocky.
I think it's Blocky. I did see his car glitch a bit. Now, this is starting to become personal here.
Yep.
Yeah, it's definitely Blocky's car. Blocky's car's jumping around.
Oh, and there's a crash up ahead! Oh, and
That's
Expert's
Breno.
around!
It was Breno as well, and...
Expert's around, he's in the fence.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
He didn't quite hit the wall there. He still has no damage, but those tyres will be chewed. I think Blocky's just not left him much room there.
I think
Expert did make a dive, and yeah, that's going to be on them. But yeah, the one that spun there was Breno, so not sure whether he tried to make a move on Tango and the same thing happened, or for BK's championship's sake, this is going to help him out if his penalties aren't too bad.
Yeah.
Because if he's only got 3 seconds worth of penalties, I think he can move up to the top 5 here. I'm unsure on Dermy's penalties, but Breno's on those mediums, and they will obviously start to die, especially after a spin. That's going to hurt them.
Expert already on the back of the Smeg, but
yeah, the Smeg, but
Lucky
yeah, it's
Rex
really
just a little bit too aggressive in defending, I think.
Yeah, obviously we have seen that there was a bit of lag between them.
Yeah.
Everything is hard to judge, so...
Jeremy and Breno going at it again. BK right on the back of these guys as well, so little battle pack here for P5 to 7. Ooh, Breno rocks up. Jeremy runs very deep. BK with a switchback actually might get this done. I think he has. He has. Great move.
Good move. And he's going to have that.
Still side by side.
They're still side by side.
Oh, BK's got done. He's got the better drive out of that corner. That's a
Which is a surprise, though.
Yeah.
He's on 6-lap older hards there, so... but yeah, obviously wanted and needed to get that one done, so he can try and stick with he could be on for 4th here. We know that Blocky... I just saw Blocky pick up another penalty, and obviously there is the whole post-race kind of stuff that's going to go on, I'd say. Between him and Expert. There's a penalty for Dan the Racer there as well. Expert's just going to try and look for the most he can here. Fortunately, he's not within DRS again down the straight here. But yeah, even after everything that's happened, ACW comfortably leading by 10.2 seconds. Even after trying to end his race. Not deliberately, but...
yeah, it took him an age to get out of that barrier. I thought he was done. I thought his race was over, but he managed to get back in the pits. But yeah, he really got saved.
Sort of worked in his favour there with that safety car. Yeah. Well, he did have the pace, and he was through on most of them. I think he still probably would have got second from it. The battle with Racer would have been interesting, but obviously you can see the pace now between the two is leaps and bounds ahead of him. But yeah, the real loser obviously Expert, and unfortunately it's just a chain of events. He's picked up another one, so yeah, this will be interesting to see what Expert does here.
Yeah, the best of those softs has certainly gone 6-lap old now, but they'll still be alright. They'll still have a decent pace.
You got to take into account the spins and stuff as well.
Yeah, he's got no battery though either.
Yeah. And he's not gaining anything on ACW at this point. It's still 25 seconds. Still the same pace. BK looking to force the move now on Breno.
Oh, Breno's locked up. side by
little bit of
side.
contact, but
Very hard section to go side by side.
BK's done really well here. He's on for P4 here.
Breno's tyre's very old.
I'm just going to check his
19
penalties.
lap mediums.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. Hey, he could be on for a podium here, BK. 6 seconds of penalties for Blocky. BK has 1 penalty. And Tango has 6 or 9 seconds. What do you have? He has 9 seconds of penalties, Tango. So we could be a double podium here for Alfa Romeo and potentially no points on the cards for Mercedes at all. So that'd really help them out with their constructors as well. So DRS again there for BK. He's done well to get that DRS, only just in.
Let's see how defensive Blocky gets.
Yeah, that's it.
As well.
Breno's not out of this one yet either. He's still all over the back of BK. And to be fair, Dermy's not out of it either. He's all there as well. We know Expert's got the penalties, but he's pushing hard and he's trying to catch up to these guys. I think 1.2, 1.3 seconds behind.
Yep.
So on track, he might have something to say about it as well. The gap's under a second now, or around a second. But
only a lap to go though.
Yeah, that's it. He's got 9 seconds worth of penalties, so that's going to really hurt him. And he'll have the bit between his teeth as well. There you go. There's another one. So obviously, pushing very hard, just to try and make something worth it out of this race. But
ooh, BK getting very close to the back of Blocky. Let's see. So start the last lap now.
Blocky's lost a bit out of that last corner as well. So I think BK might make a move here.
Not a lot of battery to work with though. So it needs to get done before turn 1.
Having to go to the outside. I'd brake early here if I was BK.
There's contact. Blocky's around, is he? Not quite.
No, he saved it. But swings and roundabouts from what I've seen so far. So I'm sure there'll be a lot to talk about between all the drivers after this. But BK
censored
on Dermy.
Wow.
Now
that was a huge
there's one car in between them now as well. I'm sure it's the last lap now.
It is. Yeah.
So we should probably head up to ACW just to get him across the line.
Of course, yeah. He's going through the final corner. Another victory for ACW. Got very, very lucky, it must be said, but
to even be finishing this race, but that's it. No penalties for him, I don't believe either. Breno's making a move here on Blocky. Now that's down. Okay, Blocky's just died.
Blocky's lagging so much.
He's
extra timed him.
So, from what I saw here, Blocky's car went invisible. Dermy gets the podium there.
Wow, on penalties.
He had no penalties, so really good strategy from him. Yep. Starting on those mediums.
Yep.
So, congratulations to him. He's only just pipped BK as well there, so...
Expert drops outside top 10.
Yep, so no points there for him. And I'm just watching Blocky's car get binned. Blocky's left the session already.
Yeah.
But yeah, so congratulations to ACW on penalties and stuff. It's 22.8 seconds on track. I believe it was about 13 seconds, 14 seconds. But yeah, obviously 28 laps on the hards there from where he had his incident. Obviously good recovery. He still had to drive it and he drove well. Safety car definitely played into his hands in that kind of situation. But that's to be expected in a race. You've always got to expect a safety car. I'm sure Expert's probably not 100% happy with himself there in terms of what strategy he took when he came into the pits. If he'd gone with those hard tyres, that was his race anyway, so...
Yeah, I would have loved to have seen what that race would have turned out like without the safety car.
Yeah, definitely. Would have
'Cause-
been interesting just with the tyres and stuff.
yeah.
Obviously, two differing strategies.
So that has been the Mexican Grand Prix round 17 of the PS4 Global Series 2-2 League. ACW with another win. Racer, his best results of the series. P2 Dermy on debut as well.
From 15th on the grid as well. That's very impressive.
Very nice. BK,
Making the most of it. Obviously, we saw early on as well, BK did have something wrong. I'm not sure exactly what it was, but yeah, getting home in 4th is really going to help him out with his championship. That's what, 13 points, I believe, 13 or 12 points going his way there, with Expert not picking up any at this stage.
Yeah, huge. A lot of frustrated drivers from that, I think, but we'll see what the fallout is next week. So join us again for the next round, which is at Japan, the famous Suzuka circuit, penultimate round. Can't wait for that one. But yeah, Kevin, sorry, did you want to finish off with something?
No. Oh, I just couldn't remember which one it was, whether it was Abu Dhabi first or Japan first, but you said it.
No worries. All right, well, thanks for joining us, guys. We'll see you again next week for Japan.